Can you believe that we are approaching the final wave for the Booster Course Pass already? It feels like this DLC got announced just yesterday. Settle down as I make my final predictions for Wave 6 where I talk about the release date, characters, and of course, the maps. Before we begin, I do suggest hitting that sweet subscribe button so you don't miss future content. I love taking the extra step to entertain you guys. It would really mean a lot. Anyways, let us begin. So, when can we expect Wave 6 to release? Well, the highest gap between two waves was roughly 4 months. The lowest gap was roughly 3 months. It is safe to assume that Wave 6 will release 3 to 4 months after Wave 5's release date, which was July 12th. We can expect Wave 6 from anywhere between mid-October to mid-November. I do not think we will have to wait until November at all since our recent gaps have been smaller, so I expect it to come around the 20th of October. Now, we can move on to the 8 maps. I am going to be using my knowledge of the prefix leak, which I'm sure you're all aware of by now, to form my predictions. We have 2 Tour City maps, 2 Tour Nitro maps, 2 GCN maps, 1 SNES map, and 1 Wii map. And no, I do not think any of these will get changed or scrapped. Since we know for sure what the tour tracks are, let's get those out of the way first. There are 4 Nitro tracks in Mario Kart Tour and 4 remaining in the Booster Course Pass. Those 4 maps are Rome Avanti, Piranha Plant Cove, Piranha Plant Pipeline, and the final city course, which I'm really confident is going to be Madrid due to data mines and speculation. I think Madrid is going to be completely set in the fall season, so I think it's a perfect starter to the Acorn Cup. This means that Rome Avanti will be in the Spiny Cup. Piranha Plant Cove has 3 routes just like the city courses, so I think it will end off the Acorn Cup. Piranha Plant Pipeline will most likely have to be in the Spiny Cup since I doubt there would be 3 tour tracks in 1 cup, so I think it'll be the 3rd track of the Spiny Cup. As for the 4 retros, nothing is guaranteed, so I will have to make my best guesses. I think the SNES course will be Bowser Castle 3. It got a huge revamp in Mario Kart Tour and is probably one of the biggest SNES revamps to exist. There is a vertical section which screams anti-gravity. We also don't have any Bowser's Castle retro in the entire game, so having one in the final wave of this Booster Course Pass would only make sense. I think it'll be the 3rd course of the Acorn Cup. Now for the Wii map, I think it's going to be Wii Rainbow Road and that it will stay at the end of the Spiny Cup, making it the last course of the Booster Course Pass. It's a really fitting choice since we also ended the first row of the DLC with 3DS Rainbow Road. It's also a huge fan favorite track for Mario Kart Wii. Now, I don't want to be one of those people that say it's a guaranteed map. I just think it's the most likely pick, so I won't be surprised if it's Daisy Circuit in the end. Now, let's talk about the 2 GCN maps. I think the first one will be Dino Dino Jungle. It has that potential for intense gameplay with the split paths, geysers, and overall complexity of the layout. While DK Mountain seemed likely due to its high quality in Mario Kart Tour, we can't rely on that since many retros in the mobile game have received good revamps even if they weren't coming to the DLC. Additionally, we already have several mountain tracks in the DLC, and DK Summit from Wave 4 is basically just DK Mountain without the snow. Who knows, maybe the volcano will erupt on the final lap. It just has better potential than DK Mountain at this point. It's also a special cup track, which further supports my theory. I think it will be the 2nd track of the Acorn Cup. Now finally, moving on to one particular track that raised a lot of eyebrows in the trailer concept I posted a few weeks ago, GCN Peach Beach. Before I talk about why I think we will get Peach Beach, allow me to talk about why I think we won't get any of the other remaining GCN courses for Wave 6. Mario and Luigi Circuit are both very basic and bland picks for the final wave of the pass. GCN Bowser's Castle and GCN Rainbow Road are also unlikely because I think we're already getting SNES Bowser Castle 3 and Wii Rainbow Road. I don't think it's Mushroom Bridge either because it's just a bland version of Moonview Highway. Moonview Highway was originally planned for Wave 6, but it got swapped out with one of the Wave 5's GCN maps. I don't think Nintendo would pull Moonview Highway to Wave 5 just for Mushroom Bridge to be Wave 6, especially since it shares the exact same gimmicks in a much more boring setting. This is the same reason why I don't think Mushroom City is happening either. Heck, it even looks more similar to Moonview Highway. Wario Coliseum seems like the 2nd most likely pick to me. I am not certain about this one because it is also a special cup track just like Dino Dino Jungle, and we already have 3 Wario tracks in the game. I understand that we have 4 Mario maps in the game, but that's probably because he's the main character. We also have 4 Rainbow Roads because Rainbow Road in general is the most well-known type of map in the Mario Kart series. Now, I just want to respond to some of the arguments I've been seeing made in the comments of the trailer video. Number 1, I do not think difficulty will matter in Wave 6. Most of the courses are oversimplified in this game anyway. Heck, even Wii Rainbow Road would be simple because just look how wide it is in Tour, and I don't see any obstacles here at all. It was only challenging for Wii's motion controls. We do have difficult picks in this wave like Piranha Plant Cove and Dino Dino Jungle, but I don't think it's going to be the main focus of the wave. Number 2, sharing music with another map in the game does not automatically reduce a map's chance to come to the pass to 0%. We can't just make assumptions and say that Nintendo cares about this because they themselves have never said that they wouldn't allow 2 courses to share music in the game. We even have Wario Stadium and Waluigi Pinball in the same game, and I understand that it's base game and Booster Course Pass versus Booster Course Pass and Booster Course Course Pass, but again, I don't think it matters. This can apply to both Wario Coliseum and Peach Beach, sharing music with Waluigi Stadium and Daisy Cruiser, respectively. If you have the right to assume that Nintendo cares about this, I have the right to assume that they don't. Number 3. I don't think it being a Mushroom Cup track matters. GCN Daisy Cruiser is the third map in the Flower Cup, which is the second cup, yet it's so late in the Booster Course Pass. Just because it's the final wave doesn't mean that the possibility of any early game map in any Mario Kart game is reduced to dust. This prophecy would also imply that SNES Ghost Valley 3 is more likely than SNES Bowser Castle 3. Anyways, I think Peach Beach is happening mainly because if you look at this area by the starting line, you can see a little extra path. I think this can be scaled up and perfectly utilized to set the final lap in reverse, whether they move the starting line in between the openings or just make a new one for it there. It may seem like nothing, but the whole route changing gimmick has honestly been such a staple to the Booster Course Pass, and it's one of the biggest things that make the whole DLC great. Seeing it happen one last time to a retro course would be such a good way to conclude the Booster Course Pass and this gimmick. There is also the fact that we don't have any map in the past that is centered around a beach. It's a unique pick with backwards potential, so yeah, I think this would be the second course in the Spiny Cup. I understand that there's no data mine proof for it in Mario Kart Tour at this point, but I'm gonna pull a wild card here and say that it will get data mined for Mario Kart Tour soon. Each wave has given us its surprises, so Peach Beach can be just that for the final wave. Finally, let's talk about characters. I think we are getting Pauline and Funky Kong. Pauline has been appearing in so many games since her grand return in Super Mario Odyssey. It's clear that they want to make her a part of the main cast, so why wouldn't they add her to the most successful spin-off game on the Switch? Funky Kong is a huge fan favorite from Mario Kart Wii, and we don't have any character from that game yet, so I think it's a likely pick as well. I think that we will get a Nintendo Direct in September where the two characters are revealed along with two maps. I think they'd choose to advertise Piranha Plant Cove and Wii Rainbow Road. Anyways, that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time. Peace out!